Justice League Gods and Monsters. Movie where DC's Trinity are completely different characters. So before I get into the plot, let's talk about it, starting with Superman. Krypton was exploding as per usual, and Jor and Lara were about to send a baby into space. However, this time it wasn't an actual baby, it was an incubation device with Lara's eggs in it. Jor was about to fertilize it with his fingerprint, but then Zod came through and said, fuck that. See, he's the reason this shit is happening to begin with, because he made a weapon of war that drilled into the planet's core for energy, which sped up the destruction of Krypton. But of course, his stubborn ass had a mind to see everything he wanted to do through. So of a last minute decision and out of spite, he decided, you know what? If anyone's kids are going to survive this shit, it's for damn sure going to be mine. And he imprints his DNA into the incubation pod, making the kid that will be born from it his. Go on, son, I ain't paying that child support because this planet don't do that shit, but you know what? You'll survive. While Krypton exploded in the background, the ship set sail for new horizons and was actively making the baby that would become Superman. Of course, the ship landed on Earth and the baby was already made. Founded by the military and Lex Luthor and some farmers, but it was already empty. Because before anyone got there, some migrant Mexican farmers found him instead and raised him as their own. Now for this version of Batman, who's not Bruce Wayne, it's actually Dr. Kirk Langstrom, or as we would normally know him as Man-Bat, who was working on a bat serum to cure a life-threatening disease he had. And with the help of his best friend William Magnus and his nanotechnology, and the moral support of Tina, who is not only Kirk's best friend, but also William's girlfriend, whom Kirk has feelings for, and Tina kind of returns him, but unfortunately they both respect William. They finally made a serum that could save him. He wanted to use that shit right now, because he's like, bro, I ain't got no time for this shit, I'm gonna die any minute now. Unfortunately, that shit came with some strong ass side effects, which Tina seems to be more concerned of than William. They then hear Kirk growing crazy in the room and try to break in. When they bust down the door, they finally see that Kirk Langstrom fucked up the room and broke out the window. He's later wandering down the alleyway, and of course, since it's Gotham, he finds two people that try to rob him. Kirk is tripping on this new vision he got, because now he's seeing body heat. You gonna give me your money, fella? After they rough him up a bit, he's like, bro, why the fuck am I taking this shit? And his superpowers start to kick in. Turned out that serum, instead of making him a Man-Bat, basically turned him into a vampire. Somewhat similar to Michael Morbius of Marvel, and he drinks his first blood that night, horrified by what he became. Now for Wonder Woman, who is now a new god instead of an Amazon. Her name is Becca, and she's the granddaughter of the Highfather, who to broker a peace between Apocalypse and New Genesis was sent to marry Orion, Darkseid's son, whom gives her a nearly indestructible sword with a mother box in it so she can make portals to anywhere she wants as a wedding gift. However, that turned out to be a front because New Genesis was using the wedding as a distraction to take out the strongest people of Apocalypse. I'm not gonna lie though, they did Darkseid dirty in this shit. Of course, Becca was in on it, so she tried to save Orion before the bloodbath started. But of course, he wasn't letting his people die like that and wanted to fight back. But that didn't end well, and he ended up dying in Becca's arms. Hey, yo, listen, you know damn well what it was. Even if he did live, what the fuck you think he'd be, a slave? Pissed off, she picked that blade up and said,
That's some bullshit.
Nah, why you holding that blade at, bitch?
Can't believe I let you do this. I should have snitched on all of y'all. The new gods are really mad with power out here.
One dude in the background even trying her ass, and she pulled the full counter. Racked with guilt, she decided to peace out from the whole situation. The Highfather took over Apocalypse. Somehow these people got together and became a much more brutal Justice League that was not afraid to flex their powers and kill. Wonder Woman was out here slaying with that sword, while Kirk was out here killing and having dinner at the same damn time. Of course, Superman was just out here beaming people, sometimes creatively, sometimes one-shotting. As per usual, with darker versions of good heroes, they always outclass them in drip. Okay, maybe not always, but at least 99%. They also have their own tower in Metropolis, complete with the finest of furniture and technology. Lois Lane constantly talking shit to him. And Lex Luthor was doing the same before he disappeared. As the Justice League, they were renowned but mostly hated. However, even hated people still got merch. Now, while they talk about pulling in injustice, some of the smartest people in the world are getting killed off by robots that mimic the Justice League's capabilities. The main three being killed right now are Ray Palmer, Victor Freeze, and Silas Stone. But Silas Stone was able to put up a fight. Silas Stone was working for Superman on something, and he ended up picking up on it. Batman pulls everyone back to the crib and tells them about the rest of the dead scientists. And that they're also being framed for it because, bitch, how your heel get here?
I wasn't there.
And I wasn't in the Arctic killing Iceman, so we getting framed out here. Well, shit, what we gonna do? Figure this shit out before the feds start knocking on our door. Now, Batman pulls up in Silas's office and finds out that him and the other two scientists, along with others, were part of this project called Fair Play. It's a project that made weapons specifically to take down Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. One of the people on the project was William, his best friend, who was still trying to find a cure for him. Of course, him and Tina still feeding for each other. Now she's married to William, so now it's really out the question. Meanwhile, Superman is showing Lois a whole new world, inviting her to the tower and seeing his birth ship, showing that he knows who his dad is, but not who his dad is. But Lois ain't buying the bullshit. Later though, him and Wonder Woman have a meeting with the president who, surprise, surprise, is actually Amanda fucking Waller. I better get y'all shit together before we stop protecting your ass. Bitch, I'm bulletproof, so who's protecting who right now? Batman done pulled up to William's house because him and the rest of the scientists on Project Fair Play done pulled up trying to find out what the fuck is going on. Alright, who the fuck snitched? Nah, bro, nah, we all did this shit. Now they coming for us. I mean, shit, y'all got, I was only here in the beginning. Bitch, you named it. Got me hired on this shit. Nah, bro, that was Luther's ass.
Speaking of which, didn't his ass fucking disappear?
I thought he was dead. As this is happening though, a robot decides to pull up on the mansion and kill everyone in the building, with Batman being able to fight him off a little bit. However, 2 more robots pull up. They end up storming the building, slaughtering damn near everyone in that bitch, including Tina, who was caught in the crossfire. And Williams gets burnt up. Too little too late though, the League finally comes in to back up Batman. Because of it, they all unanimously decide to dip. Now Batman's all distraught because Tina's dead, but Superman's like, hey yo, one person's still alive, and it turned out to be William. They take him back to the tower to recuperate because he saw everything and knows it wasn't them. They're still no closer to finding out about this, but then Batman has an idea and tells him to go see this dude. That dude will be none other than Lex Luthor, who's been chilling in a satellite that orbits the moon. Lex not only shares the details on Project Fair Play since he's the one who made that shit, he also told him that he's been using Kryptonian technology to map the universe, as he, unlike the original Lex, values knowledge over power. Now, Superman's mad because that also involves stealing some shit from his ship that he hasn't been able to see. And that's when Lex starts telling them how he was born, and what his father did that caused Krypton to be destroyed. Superman's still kinda mad, asking, why'd you keep this from me? I thought you were gonna be like your father if you found this shit out, and it turns out I was right regardless, cause your ass is just like his ass. Deadbeat motherfucker. Now listen, you go back and be careful about Project Fair Play. They on your ass with that. Now when Superman leaves, guess who pops in for a visit? His robot counterpart, who then blows up the satellite. The government ends up spying on him. Yep. Turns out Superman was there when it happened, so it had to be him. The government then says, okay, it's time to pull out Project Fair Play. League sees that the military and the FBI and all of them are at their doorstep, and it's like, okay, well, we can't get arrested because we still need to find out who did this shit. Steve then gets on the megaphone, hey, y'all come out with your hands up, ain't nobody gotta get hurt. You know damn well, we got guns for your ass, so come on out. Man, fuck it, they gonna have to kill my ass. Goes out the front door to face him, with Wonder Woman by his side, while Batman puts up the impenetrable ass shield so no one can get in. But while that's happening, Tina comes walking out the corner and Batman is fucking confused. It turned out she wasn't freaking human and locked his ass up. Then goes to the room with William Magnus in it and gives him a serum full of some shit that revives his ass. Meanwhile, Superman's out here fighting the feds off and their guns are actually working on him. Wonder Woman doing her best to block that shit. Now, they're not trying to kill everybody because, you know, character development, but they're still gonna whoop ass regardless. Now, William coming out smug as hell with the fresh fit on, that man's just wondering where the fuck is Tina. Williams then tells him, yo, bro, she was on your dick metaphorically heavy. And I was mad as hell one time because she was trying to keep telling me, hey, yo, hear this man. He's so sad, you can't leave him behind. So then I got so mad I hit her ass. And then she ends up hitting a fucking table. Now she's dead and it's your fault. Wasn't on your dick so much, she'd probably be alive. That's why I made her ass. Now she'll do whatever the fuck I want. Oh yeah, I made these guys too. So what are you gonna do now? Ain't it obvious I'm about to take over the fucking world with my nanomachines? See, if I could kill my wife in a fit of anger in one hit, imagine what y'all could do when y'all get pissed off. Now, this bomb ain't gonna do the cliche shit and explode. What it's gonna do is gonna explode all my nanobots into everybody's brain using the boom tubes and unite them under one mind, which I'm guessing is yours. Bingo. Bro, why didn't you do this shit earlier? Oh yeah, I need to borrow y'all power. That bill is gonna be high as shit. Now, Superman and Wonder Woman are having a final stand with the feds, but in the middle of all that shit, Lex Luthor teleports in the middle of the battlefield to set the record straight. Sorry I got here late, I'm still trying to work this chair right. Oh yeah, army dudes, I'm letting you know that the real villain is in that building right behind your ass. So if you don't want to be more of a brain dead idiot than you already are, I suggest you do your fucking job. Superman and them are trying to break in, and this shield is powered by the ship that took him there as a baby. I just want y'all to know how strong this shit is. Not only Superman's punch is not working, in order to try to make some shit happen, Superman decides to fly up into the upper atmosphere and then spin the atmospheric block and uses the speed of re-entry to shake the fucking building because he couldn't break through the shield, which allows Batman to get free and undo the shield from his end. As per usual, Superman comes to save his ass right before Batman was about to get killed. He says, bro, what the fuck y'all doing in my house? And then flies them all out the fucking window. Yeah, they saw that shit wasn't going to be enough to take Superman down. They decided to fuse into one robot with all the fucking powers of the League. And that shit was actually putting in work. I am talking full 4-piece combo, boom tube technology allowing it to teleport wherever it wants and not give Superman the time to catch his breath. And not to mention whatever he does do to it, it can heal from immediately. I gotta tell you, this is doomsday levels of disrespect right here. Somehow in the middle of the chaos, it found a semi-truck to fuck him up. Meanwhile, Wonder Woman is fighting off Robo-Bitch, and Batman's fighting William, who's enhanced by the nanotech. Superman eventually gets smart though, and then finds the mother boxes that are in the machine, keeping it teleporting all over the place, and burns them bitches out. While it's on the recovery, Superman punches this bitch so hard. Recoil knocked back the cars into the damn buildings and shit, and sent this man to the earth. He's not done though, because he knocks him further underground to the point where he gets to the magma. He decides to beat that bitch's ass into it because it can't take the heat. He might have been possessed by the spirit of vengeance, because he became the Ghost Rider in this scene. Meanwhile, Batman and William still running that fair one, but William putting in work. Batman then used stealth, and it is extremely effective. Yo, bro, if she wasn't about your ass, who only loved your bats and serums and shit, none of this would be happening right now. I love 2 people, but apparently both them bitches are gone. Well, guess what? I now have no qualms with sending your ass to the afterlife. Get your ass over here, you mother. Now, Wonder Woman done had it with this machine and uses her sword to send that bitch into outer space to the fucking sun where it burnt up. Batman's still feeding this man and he can't even recover anymore, but now he starts to look tasty. Go ahead, bruh. Batman says, now he probably tastes like ass, and throws him to the side. They take care of the nanobomb pretty easily. Of course, that just causes the ship's core to be unstable, but then Superman comes through and is like, hey yo, y'all need to take a magma bath. That shit is heavenly. This shit about to explode, ain't it? I'll take it from here. He then sends that shit into space to explode, and I don't even know how powerful this shit was, but it was one hell of a view to watch. Williams comes up recovering slightly from the ass whooping, and he's like, you know what, bruh? You right. I turned into a monster, man. I'm worse than you. And I hope you can forgive me, bruh. Presses a button on a device that instantly kills him, turning him into dust. After everything, Superman talking to Kirk, hey yo, I think we should do everything differently. Stop killing, you know what I'm saying? Are you fucking serious? Meanwhile, Wonder Woman decides to go back to her people and correct the wrongs that they've done and she ran from, with Lex Luthor being along for the ride because he wants to see more shit, not without leaving Superman a gift. All the knowledge from his ship that he lost. Oh no, this shit was a really good watch, and I wish they did more with this universe.